says she can make a fish lover out of your kid. Talk about magic, right? Even picky eaters. Her goal for busy families is to make back-to-school meals simple, delicious, and healthy.
That's right. Jennifer Bushman is a kitchen coach and nationally known chef and cookbook author. She's here now with recipes and tips on sustainable cooking. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It feels like, you know, the time has come. We're starting to think about getting the kids back in school and certainly being able to cook maybe a little bit more. Everybody's around the table. And there's a lot of important things like diversity, you know, teaching kids to eat different things that we're going to talk about today.
And is it true you think you could get kids to eat fish? Because a lot of kids don't like fish.
I know for sure we can. You know, first of all, you have to start out by really getting the kids engaged in the process. We know that children will eat 90% of the foods they participate in making.
True.
So we're talking about sustainability and specifically about fish. So I want to show you something. This is called Seafood Watch. Okay. And what you have the kids do is literally you're in the grocery store, you see the fish in the seafood case, ask them what it is, and then if you type in what it is and the country of origin, it'll come up red light, green light, or yellow light. Okay. So green light means they can eat it. Great. Now I'm going to pick my own fish. Look, this says it's from Monterey Bay Aquarium. This says I can eat this type of fish. Red light, okay, we don't want to ever have it. And the one we're going to make today is one that kids really, really like, which is salmon. It's mild, it's very light in flavor, and this is actually Verlasso salmon. It's the only fish, the farm salmon, that's on the Seafood Watch program that's been approved as a good buy alternative rating.
Yeah, because usually it's the fresh caught stuff you hear about it from Alaska or the Atlantic where people get fresh caught. So you're saying this is farm raised?
It is. It's farm raised off the coast of the Patagonia, and it gets a yellow, which is a good buy alternative. So it's safe to eat. It has the same omega-3s as wild, and it also has about the same amount of fat. But what I want to show you is this is another fun thing for the kids to do. There's a gill tag on every one of these Verlasso salmon, and what you do is you have them turn it over and scan the QR code, and they get to meet the farmer and the farm where it came from.
No way.
So again, like a way to kind of engage them. So in this recipe, what we're going to do is we're just going to season up the salmon, and I think it's really important for you to know that children have about 30,000 taste buds. That's about 2/3 more than we do by the time we're adults. So the problem
why
is
they're picky, right?
Right, because everything tastes so strong to them. So you've got to do things that are really mild and bring out the sweetness of flavor. Now, what I usually do, also you should know, it takes on average about 12 times for kids to eat something. They have to try it and try it and try it again before they finally get used to it.
That's how wine worked for me. No, I love it.
After the 12th glass, she's doing great.
Good. It all feels good by then. Kids, don't try that at home.
You're putting on some kind of
just
Spanish flair.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a little smoked paprika. I like to use lime juice or lemon juice because it does make it taste sweeter, which the kids will like. What lime juice or lemon juice does is it lowers the bitterness level, which is what they need when they have so many of those hypersensitive taste buds, and then it raises the sweetness level. And then you can grill these little pieces or put them on the skewer. I'm just going to put them in the saute pan.
See, and I like that you're making them in small bites.
Right.
If kids look at a piece of fish, a fillet of fish, it's daunting to them. But to look at that's something they can dip in small bites.
And it also is kind of coated with a little bit of the oil, so then it's a little bit, you know, softer, butterier flavor. And Verlasso is like that as well. Verlasso, because it's coming off these really cold waters in the Patagonia, has a very mild flavor. You can't smell it, can you, when you're standing here? And, you know, kids are tasting with their smell too, you know, with their noses. So what I was going to have you do is we've got a few little pieces here. You should let them skewer it up, but in this case, you're my kids. So
I'm going to put just a piece on and then a tomato?
and then a little piece of tomato. And I like to, you know, have any vegetables they like. So if they're not tomato lovers, that's totally fine. And then we're going to serve it with some different dipping sauces.
That's cute.
So we've got a little peanut butter sauce. We've got a tomato sauce. So you could get, if they won't eat a vegetable, they may be willing to dip in the tomato sauce, and you can get a serving of vegetables in almost every quarter cup of tomato sauce that they eat. So if they're sitting there spooning that up. And then the one I've got here, more for the adults, is lime juice and a little bit of cumin and creme fraiche. So you can serve that on this.
Creme fraiche?
Creme fraiche is like a light sour cream, a little bit tart, but really delicious. You can actually make it at home too with a little buttermilk.
Can you buy creme fraiche?
You can. You can get it in the grocery store.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I didn't know that. I've never seen that.
Go. Yeah, but you can also do sour cream or a light sour cream if you wanted.
And I want to touch on this over here real quick, because this looks like a beautiful school lunch. It looks like the kind of thing that every parent would dream their child would eat. But again, things are in small pieces.
Right.
Everything is sliced up, and there's some great variety.
Exactly. And I think that, one of the things is seasonality, looking for things that are sweeter naturally. And then I did this great article for Parent Magazine where we talked about cooking method is really the key. Yeah. So if they won't eat it raw, give it to them steamed. If they won't eat it steamed, to them roasted, because roasting, especially this like sautéing technique, brings out the caramelization and it makes it naturally taste sweeter without all the stuff on it.
We're out of time, but I want to make sure everybody's got the website for Verlasso.
Yes.
Here's the fish that she was talking about. It's verlasso.com, so you can find out more. Again, those fun games and things like that. Just rewatch this segment on the Morning Blend. We'll have all that information there. Thanks so much.
Recipes, all that good stuff. Love it when you're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, great to see you.